ఇన్వెస్టిఫియా గ్లోబల్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ పేరుతో విజయవాడలో నిర్వహిస్తున్న సదస్సుకు ఏపీ మంత్రి నారా లోకేష్ హాజరయ్యారు. కార్యక్రమంలో పాలుపంచుకున్నారు నారా లోకేష్.
Thank you, Manu, for believing in Andhra Pradesh, and thanks for taking time off coming all the way from UAE to Vijayawada. We promise next time we'll have a direct flight connecting UAE and Vijayawada for sure. Saying that, so you know, there are moments in life that fundamentally change you, and for me it's been my Padayatra. That's where I've realized that during the first IT revolution, we have digitized the broken processes. Yes, they're digitized, but they're still broken. I think what excites me is with the advent of AI is how can I democratize governance, and how can we make it a lot more approachable to citizens. I think that's what excites me. And if you look at Andhra Pradesh, we are one of the very first states to bring close to about 600 services on WhatsApp. We call it Manamitra. I believe it's the step in the right direction, but it's just the beginning. We are now putting together a data lake in the back end, where whether a citizen wants a certificate or not, we're going to have it. So when he or she wants it, it's going to be available. That's the kind of approach that we want to take. The parallel thing I've also realized in my Padayatra is that the entire land records is still a broken system in India. Though there's been a lot of digitization, it's still a broken process. So we are now putting together an AI agent that can take all the knowledge of the best RDOs and so on and so forth. And what parts of this process can actually be automated. And that's what excites us here in Andhra Pradesh. So in a nutshell, it's about democratizing governance, and that's been the motto with which we are adopting AI now in Andhra Pradesh.
That's good to hear. From your learning experiences, moving on to the landscapes that we want to discuss today. Mr. Manu, from the vantage point at G42, how do you see AI and data centers shaping the future of the digital economies globally, and especially focusing on India and UAE?
So first of all, if you think 25 years back, when internet was just coming in 98, 99, a lot of people said internet will change the life. There were a lot of people who thought this was just a fad, just a fashion. But if you really fast forward today, a lot of things like we can just order food in 10 minutes, we can basically do video calls with people sitting across the world. All of this has been possible through internet. So the next big thing in the next 25 years is going to be about AI and related fields. And the most foundational block in artificial intelligence, AI, is the data center. So data centers are these really high-tech buildings. Think of this like high-tech malls, which basically bring like high degree of security, safety, where data and compute is stored, and which is used for building AI cloud, AI compute, which is used to store AI compute and then AI cloud and AI models. So we at G42, one of our goal is to basically build this intelligence grid, a grid of interconnected data centers and compute clusters across the world. If you look at, sir, 40, 50 years ago, one of the grid that was built many decades ago was this whole electricity grid. And everything that we use, from lights, AC, mobile phones, use this electricity grid. But if you look at 25 years down the line, our children will use two different grids, electricity grid and this intelligence grid, which will be powering the world of AI. And we want to play a small role in making this happen. So when, for example, when President Trump was there in UAE a few weeks ago, we announced that we will build a 5 gigawatt AI data center. And just to give you a reference of how big 5 gigawatt is, today India total combined is about 1.5 gigawatt of total capacity. So we announced something which is almost 4 times bigger than what is there existing in India, out of which first gigawatt will be a Stargate initiative, the first Stargate outside of US, which we are building in Abu Dhabi in partnership with NVIDIA, with OpenAI, with SoftBank and many other companies. And we think there's a lot of scope here in the country, in India, because if you look at the recent report, India has become the largest market for OpenAI. About 14-15% of the OpenAI users, 1 out of 6 users in the world, are from India. So there's a lot of opportunity for India, for Andhra Pradesh, to build similar kind of infrastructure, which is AI data centers and compute clusters for companies like OpenAI, for Grok, for Gemini, and for many more.
Awesome. So Andhra already has a vision of becoming a smart tech hub, with the quantum computing talking about data lakes, etc. Sir, how do you see the collaboration with UAE adding value, and what are specific tech synergies that you anticipate?
Honestly, I think our generation is lucky where we are able to see industrial revolutions at quick succession. In the past, we've seen how airport transforms the entire economy. Like, look at Hyderabad airport, I think now contributes close to 16 or 18% of Telangana's GDP. I believe that's what data centers actually can do. And data centers can be the nucleus for actual innovation and to kickstart the entire economic activity. This is the foresight that we had way back in 2017-18 when ChatGPT in the current form didn't even exist. That's where we roped in all of them to come to Vizag to make it the data city for India. Last 5 years was a blip, but now we are sort of accelerating that journey. And we want to lead the entire data revolution in India, and we believe we have the right ingredients in Visakhapatnam. And definitely I'm leaning on G42 to support us in this journey. I think UAE and India have a lot in common. Definitely India is the future. We will be a $30 trillion economy by 2047, no questions about it. And Andhra Pradesh will be about a $2.5 trillion economy by then. So we have great aspirations. And then we have the fire in ourselves to actually deliver this. And to be fair, a flight from UAE to Visakhapatnam or Vijayawada is not more than 3 hours. So we're a lot closer to them than Europe is or US is. So I think there's a lot more synergies that we can actually build on. I think there's a lot for Andhra to learn in terms of the investments now you're doing in the UAE. Second, as a HRD minister for me, it's exciting times because curriculum revamp is required. Gone are those days of traditional programming. I think now we are coming about with the AI age and quantum, which is the next revolution. So the first quantum 150-bit qubit computer is going to be coming here to Amravati. And that's where I think there's a lot of areas that we can actually collaborate in terms of curriculum, in terms of investments. We did discuss opportunities about data embassies, where India's data can be housed in an embassy in UAE and vice versa, hopefully in Visakhapatnam. And I think this kind of collaboration at a G2G level, I think is going to be critical for both our countries to sort of now work together and really strengthen our relationships.
Great. From the data centers to moving through governance through AI. So, Mr. Manu, AI can power citizen services, improve transparency, drive policy, etc. How is AI reshaping governance models in the UAE, and what lessons probably, we could learn and be the first mover advantage, while we are always are?
So I was about to say, I think Andhra Pradesh and Mr. Naidu, he's always been at the forefront of this. I do not know if you remember, 2015 was the first time I came to Vijayawada. Those days the states had just split. Honorable Chief Minister had just announced Amravati as a new capital. And I still remember he took me to this data room, a large data room in the middle of all paddy fields, like all fields over there. And I was amazed because there were so many computers and screens over there, and every single data point about every citizen, every village, every taluk, every city, every district was being captured over there and monitored over there. I still remember those days. I had not seen these kind of war rooms, data rooms, even in large companies, corporates, but I saw it in Andhra Pradesh, in Vijayawada. So you and Honorable Chief Minister have been in the forefront of technology. You built a great hub in Hyderabad and now building here in Amravati, in Vijayawada and in Vizag. Going back to what we have seen in Abu Dhabi or in UAE, I think over there we see the next level where using this data and using AI for decision making. So in a lot of areas, AI is being implemented, a lot of government areas. In fact, what I remember is that in Abu Dhabi, across all digital departments, it has been mandated that they have to be AI first by 2027. A lot of small areas